In traditional folk song, women have a tremendously important place. It was through the women that many of these folk songs were transmitted down to future generations. It was the women who sung the songs in the fields and in the home and passed it on to their youngsters. And they in turn became fathers and mothers and passed it down to their offspring. So it's quite natural that the women in traditional folk music are very strong and important. And traditionally, in the Celtic countries anyways, the women had a much respected place within the culture itself. And they were considered to be almost magical and powerful in that way. Many of the witches, the old women in the old isolated communities in the Highlands of Scotland and throughout Europe as well, and Ireland as well, the women were very much to be feared and respected, especially the old women, because there was something magical about the women. And where they couldn't necessarily compete with the men in the hard physical environment that they found themselves at that time, they used their wits and they used their magical abilities to overcome their foes. And this is one particular song about a girl who uses a magic charm to defeat a captain and all of his crew when they want to take advantage of her. "'Tis of a sea captain, 'tis of a sea captain that sailed the salt sea, and the moon it was pleasant and clear. Oh, I'll die, this captain did cry, if I don't have that maid that walks on the shore, if I don't have that maid on the shore." So the sailors have got them a very long boat, and off for the shore they did steer. Oh, saying, "Maid, if you please, oh, you're welcome on board to view our fine cargo of costly ware, to view our fine cargo of ware." Oh, with much persuasion they got her on board, and the moon it shone gentle and clear. Oh, she sat herself down in the stern of the boat, and off for the ship and the sailors did steer, and off for the ship they did steer. Ah, but when they arrived alongside the boat, the captain he spat out his chew, oh, saying, "Maid, you shall lie in my arms all this night, and then I'll give you to my jolly young crew, and then I'll give you to my crew." "Oh, thank you, this fair maid replied, "that's just what I've been waiting for. Oh, I've grown so weary of my maidenhead as I walked all alone on my rocky old shore, as I walked all alone on the shore." She sat herself down in the stern of the boat, and the moon it shone gentle and clear. Oh, she sang so neat and so sweet and complete that she sung sailors and captain right fast asleep. She sung sailors and captain asleep. Oh, she's robbed them of silver, she's robbed them of gold, she's robbed them of costly fine ware. Oh, the captain's broadsword she's took for an oar and paddled right back to her rocky old shore, and paddled right back to the shore. Oh, Oh, were me men blind, or were me men drunk, or were they sunk deep in despair? Oh, that they let her away with her beauty so gay. And the sailors all wished that young girl were there, and the sailors all wished she were there. Oh, your men were not blind, your men were not drunk, nor were they sunk deep in despair. Oh, but I deceived your crew, and likewise yourself too, and now I'm a maid once more on the shore, and now I'm a maid on the shore. The Maid on the Shore. Oh, Freud would have a ball with the symbolism in that song, for sure.